Hi everybody, so this video is about what to do when you have identified that you definitely are being triggered and you've looked at what the core issue is as well. So you've done that excavation process, you've paused, you've identified that your reaction to something is way out of proportion, and perhaps people around you have said that also, but you know that you are being triggered by something. And you know also, because you've been through the process of pausing, of acknowledging, and of really digging into your stuff, you've worked out what that core issue is. So what do you do with that? What do you do next if you know that you're being triggered but you don't know how to fix that core issue? Well, this is where things get a bit tricky, and this is really doing the work. And if you are at that stage, I am massively cheering you on, because there is stuff you can do and it can be hugely liberating. So what you need to do when you've identified anything that you need to heal is look for the maximum effect, the maximum benefit with the lowest cost to you. Now, what do I mean by that? So something that is going to give you the most back, but that it's also not going to cost you a massive amount in terms of your time, your energy, your emotions, your relationships, and your life, basically. Because when you think about it, there could be stuff that is right at the core of you that you need to heal, a wound that you've established because a trigger has been a little red flag and it's led you to this core wound or this issue. And it may be that it's to do with someone else, for example, in your family, or a colleague, or a friend, or a frenemy, someone from your past, an ex. And it might be that it's really unrealistic and will be very destructive to have, say, a real life conversation with this person. That may be a cost that is unrealistic and too much for you to pay, because it could lead to a lot of drama, it could lead to a lot of emotional pain for you, it could lead to spin-off problems in the family. So it may be that you've got something unresolved with someone, but that the cost of actually having that conversation, telling them, that's too high. So what is it that you could do? So remember, we're looking for something that's going to have a big impact, but that's a low cost to you. So tools like writing an unfiltered letter to a person, remembering that no one is going to read this apart from you. And therapeutic writing can be massive for helping you to release old stuff and helping you to make progress in your life. So you can write a letter to this person and really pour your heart out with the intention that you're letting go of all of that energy, all of that stuck stuff. Let it go onto the paper. And because it's unfiltered, you can write whatever you like. You can write, you can use the F word as much as you like. You can say anything that you want to say. No one else is going to read that. And then when you're finished, when you've really poured it all out, you can fold that letter up, you can hold it over your heart, and you can ask the universe to support this. And then you can take it outside and burn it, with the intention that you are letting go of all of that energy, or as much as you possibly can, all of that energy. That can be really, really useful to do. That's, for example, that's something that you can do. You can have a conscious conversation with someone if you want to. I've had one recently with someone where they felt in the past that they'd done something wrong to me, and they came to me and they shared that and they apologized, and I was able to hold space for them. I wasn't triggered. I was able to hold space for them. Luckily I wasn't triggered. I'm not saying that, it's not something that happens, and accept what had happened and tell them that I forgive them, and that's fine. It's done. So sometimes there are people in your life that you can have a conscious conversation with, but there are also alternatives. You can chalk stuff on rocks and throw them into the ocean. You can bury stuff. You can burn stuff. You can write stuff on rice paper and put it in a jam jar with water and shake it up and flush it down your toilet. You can write stuff on toilet paper and flush it away if you want to. But it's up to you to find a way of resolving this without there being a massive cost to you. So they are some of my ideas that you can use. But yes, when you've found out what that core trigger is, what the essence of it is, it's up to you to do the work on it, and up to you to do the healing on it, because this stuff isn't going to affect anyone else. It's just you. The other thing that's just come to mind that you can do is you can have a higher self conversation with someone. And this is a little bit like a technique called, I think it's called the empty chair or third person or something like that. You can maybe Google that. And it's about literally sitting, getting comfortable, and either imagining someone's in a chair in front of you, or just closing your eyes and asking for that higher self representation of that person to come into your energy and have a telepathic exchange and conversation with them, and tell them what you want to tell them in your mind. Rehearse that and speak your truth. And this is effectively energy work that you are doing as well. And some people, like shamanic practitioners, will believe that if you are doing that, that you are actually having that conversation with them. And since everything is connected across all time, space and dimension, and intention is so powerful, then why not? Why can't that be a thing? Why can't you be having that conversation with an aspect of them that is going to hopefully clear the energy between you and that person, or between you and a past incident? So there are some ideas that you can try in your own life with regard to helping to clear the energy behind a trigger. And remember that it's never the trigger, it's never the coffee cup on the countertop, it's always what is underneath that. Okay, so I hope that's helped. Please like, subscribe, share, and let me know what you think in the comments, whether you agree or don't agree. It's always good to hear from you, and I'll see you soon. Lots of love from me. Goodbye, goodbye.